Hello everyone, this is Maffuman coming at you with a StarCraft Star Battle. We got a 6-on-6 shipbuilding action game starting Stalked Mad as a Raven, Silent Pain as a Colossus, a little bit of speed, a little bit of shields, and in one range. Cosmos coming off with a Levy with Evolve, Infield Upgraded, Persevera, opening up Explosive Charge, Suge, coming off with some interceptors at 5, and the Stalked Mad did end up going for a Secret Missile. We got Sloth coming in with some lasers, good old-fashioned lasers in range for farming purposes, not going for some ability. Another Ace coming in with the another abilityless Raven coming in, another farming up. Hopeful Computer coming in with a Leviathan, has the infield upgrades as well. Gatosk coming in with a range and shooting. Yep, the missiles a little bit more. Rambles coming in with a battle cruiser with just a little bit of lasers. And back at base, looks like there's some straggler. We don't want to miss too much action while that's happening. So we got the teams feeling each other out right now. Suge launching all of his 5 upgrade interceptors, hoping to farm, finding some people to do that too. But boom, there we go. Nice secret missile from Stalked Mad. These interceptors are basically the entirety of what the carrier cares about, and a lot of them are getting shot down, farming up a little bit. We got Jesse James Jew. Coming in with some battle cruisers, some missiles, shooting some people, pushing some Persevera back. He went for the explosive charge upgrade, so he, it went for the extra damage. Boom, hits Computer right there, pushes him back. Okay, and it is a relatively high damage ability, and it is area denial, and he puts the area of denial like right in back of them, so they do take some damage, just at the cost of that Dreadnought not being very tanky. Silent Pain, just trying to be a little bit sneaky. Whoa! Finding himself on the wrong side of the tracks here. And the entire red side is all around him, trying to push as much as possible. Will they be able to, actually do so much damage? We got the healer coming in, but the healer can only recharge shields, and there's not very many that he possibly could recharge. Silent Pain is a Colossus, a shield tank without any shields, and there's not very many shields to transfer over. Secret missiles coming in. It's going to possibly hit one of them, James Jew. Actually, the little splash damage hits most of them, while they're entirely all pushing up. Monkeyfoot does warp in, and that, I think, does scare off the red team enough for them not to push and not to kill Silent Pain in the very first couple minutes of the game. We return the favor push from the blue side entirely, kind of spurned by Persevera. He dropped his explosive charge, but they were already away from it, and we have one really good defense in the first couple minutes of the game. Rambles, I think, was the VC back at base, who kind of just went for a little bit of range, a little bit of lasers, and a little bit of speed. Kind of just not so much going. It doesn't seem like the red side's going for very many abilities. The only person who got an ability so far is the Levy, and I'm not even sure if you can count infield upgrades as an ability. It's just the thing that you do as a Levy in general. The red side is basically retreating. The blue side is basically pushing. And Ghetto is basically a little bit out of sync right there. Now he's relatively close to base. He's at least at half field, but there's a secret missile coming in, and he's almost out of shields, and it's definitely going to push him out of there. And Silent Pain does not have any abilities. He does just push up there. It is definitely going to hit him. Gatosk, going, going to have to retreat on out of there. Is being helped out by Jesse James, and that was enough of the attack enough to defend. Silent Pain. First upgrades just went for shields to be more tanky, and some lasers to farm. Didn't have the missiles to really commit to killing somebody right there. And Stalked Mad doesn't have the energy to shoot off very many secret missiles. Once or twice, enough. Computer going in, pushing, hitting whoever he possibly can, deciding that the best person to attack again is the Colossus, the shield tank, without very many shields. Stalked Mad does have more shields to defend right now, but Persevera, you are a armor tank without any armor upgraded, and the entire entire red side is going to push him. That may just be the end, and it does. Computer takes out Persevera. We got Tempest right there flying in. Computer taking quite a bunch of damage, but Cosmos had to run away as well. Couldn't commit to the attack because he didn't want to die. Surge, having a little bit more interceptors now, kind of defending as much as possible, and those Tempests are gone. And so he has the 8, just kind of farming. They're kind of starting to get to the point. Once they get into the double digits is when they really start being a threat against capital ships. He's not quite there yet. So he's just mostly trying to farm as much as possible. I was going to say as much as humanly possible, but he's a Protoss ship. We got Stalked Mad, shoot another Seeker Missile. Now okay, so we have because there's 2 Ravens on the red side, we got one went for the EMP, Shockwave, and the other one went for some good old-fashioned Seeker Missiles, higher damage. And, there's actually pretty high damage already. Got BCs and Katosk having Afterburners. Afterburners not only increase movement speed by 0.3, boost acceleration of the frigate for 10 seconds, and increases the speed of attack for missiles at 0.1. So his missiles would shoot a little bit faster. 3.9 instead of 4 seconds. A little bit of extra pushing for there. These are Suges. Suge went for the Tempest very early in the game, and Computer is just not moving. Computer is maybe he was having some computer issues. Maybe it just wasn't processing that he should not be at base, taking the damage of Suge. Cosmos coming in with Frenzy. Coming in with Frenzy in at the 9-minute mark. Frenzy is the ultimate ability from the Levy. He also has Rapid Regeneration, and he has 300 energy. So although his general attack is not the highest, he has an ability to heal himself and an ability to go crazy pants, doubling the damage that he does with both the tentacles and the Bioswarm. Bioswarm, not upgraded. You have to sacrifice some things. And very limited people can drain energy. I mean, even in theory, very limited people can drain energy. So the BCs could get locked down. Don't have it right now, but wouldn't make a difference because they can't lock down the Levy. And the only person who has it is Ace. So Cosmos, just calculated risk, but could end up working out pretty well. We got everybody with the blue side trying to defend the Tempest, and they're dead. And they're dead. But Suge does have enough energy to spawn some more. Secret Missile is enough to scare Computer away. It's going to do some damage. Just got to chase for like a couple more seconds, and kaboom. And Suge pops out some Tempests right up there. Silent Pain, the Colossus now has Thermal Lance. Thermal Lance is kind of like the thing that Colossi do. It's a great ability. 125 damage plus 806 versus Massive. May have been patched recently. May have been adjusted. Monkeyfoot may have to decide to retreat a little bit faster next time. Does take some damage. I don't think he's going to get taken out right just yet, no. Gatosk, maybe though. And the interceptors are on him. He does say upgraded his lasers. He upgraded his lasers quite a bunch. But one Secret Missile could take him out, and there is Secret Missile in play. So you got to be a little bit cautious right there. Sloth does have the task of healing his buddies there. Same thing with Ace. Jesse James moving on in. The Ghetto is running around at like a very limited life, but ooh, beautiful little defensive matrix. You can't quite shield a Levy, but you can definitely put him in a defensive matrix to shield him. EMP, beautiful. I think it hit all 3 of them. At least hit the Levy and at least hit the Colossus. And even if it did hit the Raven, so plenty of energy, but also may work. Suge coming in. Now he's kind of at the point where he has both the Tempests and the Interceptors. Has to figure out which ones he loves more. Tempest at 10, now are doing quite a bunch of damage. He might want to keep them there and just kind of switch back and forth in upgrades. Seeker Missiles passing each other in the night. Let's see who gets hit. We're going to split a vision, and I don't think either of them. Gatosk running away. Cosmos pushing on up, trying to defend Suge's Tempest. He can only shoot his cute little tentacle grapies at 5 range ever. So things like these attack fighters are gonna come on in and die. But trying to do some more damage. Cosmos healing on up, 2655. Life repair versus a 2770 damage. Silent Pain. Gonna just kind of retreat and then also just like, screw it, I'm gonna take the damage. He has 6 upgrades on his shields, having 10,000 shield life. Let's see. And the Jesse James coming in. He's gonna try to maybe push up a little bit, but the Tempests are definitely in the position where they're hurting him more than he's hurting them. That Tempest range was actually low upgraded. Let's see. We got the blue side trying to use the Tempest to their advantage. They're still money-wise down a ship. They're down a ship, and about equal in money. But we're gonna see. So what they're gonna try to do is keep these Tempests alive, keep the people away, and try to make up the differential of a teammate by getting a little bit richer. And Tempests are a good way of doing that. And it's Suge actually is at full energy right now, and he can't make any more Tempests until just now, because now the Tempests are dead. Silent Pain also taking quite a bunch of damage. There's the blackout. There's a blackout very early. He's hitting Stock Mad, hitting Monkey Foot. Silent Pain in a not particularly great position because there's the healer cannot heal him at the moment. Will Cosmos be enough to scare him off? We got another EMP taking out whatever energy he did have. Gatosk pushing on up, taking a bunch of damage. The Tempests are perfectly placed enough to shoot away and scare away the team. We got Ghetto having to retreat back. Monkeyfoot taking quite a bunch of damage. Computer moving up there. Jesse James trying to push up, trying to do as much damage as possible. The Tempests are in great position to hit everybody, and they're just going to keep on going. And the Tempests are taking out Suge. Suge, you're a carrier. You shouldn't be that close. You're a carrier. You are going to take some damage in the shields, but it is enough to defend the defensive matrix, defending everybody. And Afterburners being used to push up, do a little bit more damage against Monkeyfoot. Whoever is in the range can be attacked. And the red side making quite the push up there. Very early. Who was that? What sneaky person? There we go. Ace. Ace got the blackout. $400 ability to disable any mechanical ships, which is everybody but the Levy. And Sloth is staying with his 500 energy in his secret, upgraded a whole bunch to scare them for longer. One of them went for like the energy drain abilities, like energy drain from EMP, and Colossus pushing in, using the Afterburners were the thing that saved him, because the Colossus, when it has energy, which it doesn't right now, but when it has energy, can be a crazy good pusher because of this Thermal Lance ability. Cosmos using his Frenzy, doubling up that damage that he could possibly do. And the blue side, was able to defend from there. Suge upgraded his Tempest a little bit more, 420 damage at 18 range. Jesse James trying to farm, but then getting shot by some Tempests. I know, everybody wants the money, but they don't want to die. Rambles, moving on back, seeing the Colossus move in, trying to shoot, and then saying, oh no, it's a bad turn. We got kind of like ice skating physics right here. You gotta choose to click right behind your ship to get the best turning radius, and he might have just misclicked by like a micrometer. Luckily he had 2 ravens. He had 2 raven buddies trying to protect him. And the little gack that was on him was Corruption. I'm going to say it right. Corruption, yes. 50 energy, covers a target in a massive unit in Zerg Slime, increasing the damage it takes by 25, and gets a little bit more per each Bile Swarm upgrade, which is his missiles. Ain't got none, because his laser's tentacles are the main thing right there. And Cosmos gonna push Ghetto over there. Now Ghetto, maybe he's calling for a warp. Will that be enough? Will the people actually respond in time? But he's actually getting his energy drained. The entire blue side is right there. We got a secret missile coming in. Is gonna hit him. Oh, and there's a Blackout. Blackout does hit Silent Pain. Silent Pain, the shield tank without any shields, also taking a bunch of damage. Ghetto staying in the area because he wants to do as much damage as possible. Rambles pushing up. Silent Pain is taken out by Rambles. Computer pushing up as much as possible. He doesn't have very much health, and he has to push back. 12,000 life, or 12, yeah, 1,200 life. We got Cosmos pushing up, being saved by the defensive matrix right here, but it's not going to be enough long term. A couple more missile shots will possibly take him out. He has 1,500 life. Surge, Tempest doing as much as they possibly can, but they're going to just keep on pushing up. Cosmos going to keep on pushing up as well. Ace using whatever damage he can with his cute little lasers. 300 life. And the red side is pushing, and will they take out the Levy? No, the Levy with 300 life does make it back. Monkeyfoot with 1,400 life does make it back as well. We have a correction right there. Sloth ended up killing Monkeyfoot. I think Sloth, that was the power of Seeker chasing for 29 seconds, making me say something incorrect live, and I only have one take on these videos. Thank you for that, buddy. We got Jesse James trying to push up. Jesse James trying to do some range missiles. Yeah, there we go. He has some range on his missiles. He's trying to do as much damage. I'm not sure if the blue side will be able to push the Warp Prism much further than they are right now. It says 3 versus 6. 3 versus 6 right now. Suge. Kinetic Overload on the Tempest is upgraded 16 times, and now he has. I mean, they have to keep these Tempests alive. They're the main damage dealers. Gdosk taking some damage, doing some damage, running his way. 1.92 speed plus 0.03 because he has the afterburners on. Ooh, PDD. Not necessarily the most effective against. I mean, it doesn't do anything against Tempest. I'm not even sure if it does very much against the interceptors. If it does, it's, they shoot pretty quickly, so they get overwhelmed. BC with lockdown. Rambles knows what the deal is. He has 1.82 speed, and he has lockdown because he's trying to be Stalked Mad's stalker. Ooh, Stalked Mad has a EMP to drain energy. He's got the defensive matrix. He's got the secret missile. He's got kind of an answer for everything. If you want to drain energy, you can do that. If you want to defend people, you can do that. But they have to basically do damage besides just these Tempests. Computer moving on in. Ooh, drained energy just before he pressed the G key to regain some energy. And these Tempests are not being taken out as quickly as maybe you'd imagine. 3,000 life on Computer. He will not go into the burning, but he's definitely going to have to. He's in the red. He won't stop living in the red. We got Stalk Mad, beautiful EMP, by the way. Hit Rambles. Rambles is one ability. He has one ability and 275 energy, as opposed to something like, ooh, Blackout. Ace blacking out both the Tempest and the Raven, and Katosk moving on in. Surge popping up some Tempests, and that is going to be quite enough to scare away the blue team from committing all too much. And the point defense drone. You're doing whatever you can. Oh, actually, Battlestorm is upgraded, so now you actually have a pretty decent function. Attacks 4 times, doing 75 damage. Stalked Mad, trying to defend as much as possible. EMP. Ooh, EMP going in, EMP going out. We got the blue side trying to push up as much as possible. 1,600 life on the Levy, right over there. Computer, also 1,600 life. Cosmos pushing on up as much as possible. PDDs protecting as much as they humanly can. Suge pushing up. Let's see, Jesse James shooting. We got everybody trying to defend as much as possible. Cosmos trying to push, but the PDDs are blocking his missiles. They're not blocking the tentacles. They cannot quite do this. The PDD can only block missiles in the area, so that's only his Bile Swarm. Carrier trying to hang back. He really can't come in. He can't get too close. The lasers are kind of only there for immediate defense. Katosk going in. with his afterburners, trying to do as much damage. The farm differential is starting to get a little bit out of whack right now. Not only do they have double the ships, they have double the money. Cosmos trying to defend as much as possible, using that corruption whenever he can. But he has 500 energy, which is great. It's 500 energy, but he has to pretty much continuously use rapid regeneration. You can't set it to auto use, and I'm not sure that'd be a good idea anyway. But he pretty much has to press the G key, get really familiar with where that is on his computer, because he's going to need it to basically just stay alive. Levies do a lot of damage when they're close, especially if the PDD is going to block all the missile shots. Gotta line the tentacles, gotta get into that 5 range. But the best way of doing that is just pressing the G key to stay alive. Let's see. We got the blue side finally able to like breathe a little bit, and they're only 1,000 farm away. I mean, for having, you know, half the ships, they're not, you know, that much poorer. And we're gonna have you know, the red side going back to retreat. That most ships except for the levy can't use their money unless they go back to the base. So that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to go back to the base, you know, heal it up. Blue side's playing it smart. They're not getting all too far out of the way. And looks like there was yeah, they're just trying to stay out of the way. They're trying to push up as much as possible, trying to use the Tempest to scare them away, even though these are kind of sacrificial. He has plenty of energy. 525. 225 energy is a lot, always going to be. Plus warped in is important, but you know, they were playing it smart. With half the people, they have to make twice the good decisions. And let's see if red team can use this time that they kind of have to take out a tower. The towers are going to take a bunch of damage. Shields at least. Jesse James doing a bunch more. This tower, we're going to keep an eye on it as it takes some damage. It can, you know, is taking. They are right in the good path of the 21 upgraded kinetic overlord shooting Tempest, and the Cosmos using the frenzy, doing double the damage. 28 plus 25, 52 plus 52. Biostorm doing double. Stalked Mad, beautiful blackout disables the Raven right there. Has to retreat. Cosmos doing a bunch of damage. He has quite the amount of money. Gatosk taking quite a bunch of damage, and there's a defensive matrix right now. He has 500 health. Is that going to be enough? No, it does. It does take him out. It does save him. He is going to limp back to base. Jesse James taking a bunch of health, and he has defensive shield. He might have to use it right now because the interceptors are still a threat. They still can do some damage. He's going to use it. He's going to give himself a little extra 2,100 life just to stay alive. Gatos using the afterburners to stay alive. Ace, beautiful blackout. What did disable that Raven? So it's a blackout versus blackout fight. And now there's Suge Tempests and the regular House Tempest. Look at the differential right here. Suge updated them, you know, 21 times. So they do 560 damage, and versus 360. Computer taken out by the Tempests. He was taken out by Tempests. He just kept on trying to push. He just kept on trying to push against these Tempests, and you can't ignore how much damage they're going to be able to do if you just keep them alive. Ace also can't really ignore that, and the battlecruiser is going to have to push up. He can only be in, I think, in one stasis bubble at a time, so he had to be in the green gack. Blackout hitting Jesse James. Can't shoot any missiles to complete the attack on Stalked Mad. EMP doing some more damage. His energy drained right now. These Tempests are still staying alive. They still have enough health to take a couple laser shots. Cosmos moving on back. He has no energy right now, so he can't heal right now, but he's just being defended right now as well. 4 right now in a row. Blackout on both the Tempest and the Carrier, but the interceptors are hitting Ace. Oh, good save by Sloth. Good save by the Sloth right there. Wasn't too slow this time. And the Raven's gonna come in and shoot a secret missile. It's gonna chase for like 22 seconds. Sketo just says that's you know, fine. We'll just take the damage. Still plenty of shields. It's 5 versus 3 right now. We got EMP used on the levy. It doesn't do any like extra damage because it doesn't have any shields, but you have to kind of EMP everybody at this point in the game, because if he can use his frenzy, he's going to double the damage he's doing. 79 times 2, 64 times 2. And if he ever gets close, he has the life to just keep on taking damage. We got blue side making their attack, staying kind of around the Tempests, and try to use them as the damage while Cosmos takes the damage. And then Stalked Mad comes in doing something cool, doing something like a blackout, doing something like an EMP, defensive matrixing somebody. They have to coordinate together. The most OP skill in this game is teamwork. Nuke is a close second. It's going to come in. It's going to possibly chase Cosmos for 15 seconds. He doesn't have enough speed. Oh, it does take him out, to quite a bunch of damage. 6,000 on him. He just has 19,000 life. So it's good that, let's see, Rambles has the nuke ability. It's just also maybe necessary with the amount of life that the Levy has. And the Tempest do a bunch of damage. Ooh, beautiful blackout. Hits both Ghetto and Rambles. And Cosmos moving in. Cosmos going to try to do as much damage to the Ace as possible. But Ace has 1.91 speed. Cosmos has 1.71. He can't quite keep it up with the Ravens. EMP does hit him, so he can't really sustain it as well. Suge with the one Tempest still alive, probably kicking himself for having the Tempest alive, because you can't spawn if you already have one in play. Carrier can only warp in more Tempest after their complete destruction, just to avoid having like 30 Tempests and raffle stomping people. Red side moving away. After that, the blue side's gonna try to use that time. Still about 1,000 altogether, but they are on the offensive now. So we can see if they can make some of that up. Stalked Mad. Just, kind of like staying kind of by the carrier. And Rambles. Try to skirt around. Okay, he's going to take a little bit of damage. He's going to run away. And I think the blue side's just being a little bit cautious right now. Trying to regroup. Trying to stay together. They never really lose sight of each other because they have to rely on each other. We got Sloth. We got everybody pushing up. We got people trying to push up. And blue side's going to wisely retreat early and often because they really can't do anything. They, as far as staying and fighting, they can be great on the offensive, not so much on the defense. Even though they have a person who is a healer, the healer can't take very much damage and do very much upfront damage. He has lasers. He has a 4 laser just to farm, and that's about all. So they have to kind of rely on where the Tempests are. If the Tempests aren't there, then they gotta kind of retreat. Red side's gonna try to push up, try to hit the tower as much as possible. It repairs the shields very quickly, but the life a lot slower. So every time that the red side pushes up, they're trying to just tink away at the tower. The Tinkle Tower. Nuke coming in as well. Cosmos taking a bunch of damage. Nuked out under 10,000 life. So he's about it, like, half life at that. Ace pushing. Ace retreating. Buddy system right here. Buddy system for the battlecruiser and the frigate. And I'm not seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th guy? There's another BC around here, but I think he might be a base. Did he drop or something? I didn't see anything. But that might just make this a 3 versus 4 at the moment. We got we got the gas on him. He's irradiated. Ace. Look at you. Using Irradiate, doing as much damage as possible, only to Zerg ships. It does 600 plus 800 just to Zergs. Ghetto having to retreat. PDD doing as much as possible, but it's only really again just doing against the Biostorm. Beautiful blackout hits 1, 2, 3 ships right there while they're pushing up. Stalked Mad And the, and the beautiful Black Arrow right there, launching a secret missile as well to try to chase them away. He was already retreating and he was already planning on running away, but it's solidified when you have a secret missile following you. Rambles, running away, and yeah, we had Jesse James. He hasn't moved in a little bit. I'm not sure if he's just away from the computer, if he like dropped out, but it's effectively a 3 versus 4 right now. Suge with the 1 Tempest at 26, 19 range, 660 damage. But no matter how much you upgrade them, they're only going to have the base amount of health. So 100 plus 200 can't upgrade their plating, can't update their plasma shields. So 300 life is everything that you could possibly do. So now these laser batteries doing 54 can shoot them down in quite a bunch of quickness right there. And these interceptors at 12 to basically help farm. Ghetto went for 23 laser batteries? 23 laser batteries, upgrading it each time. So does 54 at 10 range, crushing the Tempest if he ever gets close enough. They're always going to outrange him, but he can shoot them down in like 6 shots. And the War Prism, now over here. The other one was the damaged one, but this is the one where the entire red side is. So they're going to see if they can do as much damage to there as possible. And they're going to bring it down to the 2,000 point. And it is saved by PDD. PDD is blocking all the missiles right now. Nuke hitting Cosmos. Cosmos hitting the F key to press F to Frenzy. He's going to have 5,000 life. He's going to try to have to retreat. Ramble's going to try to hit him as much as possible. And there is PDD to block shots in the area. Blackout to blackout. Oh, both Ravens blacking each other out right there. Secret missile to kind of like push back the levy. And these Tempests coming in, spawned. The tower stays. The tower does stay. It is healing up both. Its lives, its shields, everything else. Cosmos EMP'd, but has 625. So EMP, although it drains energy, and there's no way that Cosmos can drain energy back. He has almost as much energy as the Raven does. And the Raven can only drain, this one, can only drain, 300 energy, which is a lot. It's half of his energy, but it's only half. He can keep on pressing buttons, it will regenerate. And at this point, everybody needs to be drained, early and often, all the time. So many PDDs all over the place, doing as much as they possibly can. Blue side, after successfully defending, is going to try to push a little bit. Maybe not kill. They're not having delusions of grandeur where they're just going to try to like go in, commit, and take out everybody in one shot. But so they're being strategic. 28 upgraded Tempest, 700 damage at 19 range, and even though there's only one of them, now I can finally press that E key again. Has Plasma Surge. 125 shield points extra, shield armor, and that's one of the few ways of actually making your Tempest a little bit more happy, defending them a little bit better. You can't increase how much armor and stuff like they have, but you could just give them a little bit of extra boost, a little bit of extra life. And Cosmos getting on out of there. Even at full life, and by full life I mean 20,000 full life, they still don't want to tango too heavily with the entirety of the red team right there. And they're being a little bit cautious, doing that, working around. Everybody has to be cautious. The amount of damage that can be done by almost everybody here is getting a little bit out of control. Even these Tempests, even these Interceptors are kind of like at the point where they're starting to be good too. There's defensive matrix all over the place. PDDs blocking most of these missiles, but the PDDs are also blocking missiles that are like necessity to block at this point. 200 damage, 10 range, 12 range, 10 attacks per shot. 2,000 damage for Barrage. 179 attacking 9 times at 10 range. If these PDDs aren't there, then even the Levy can take enough damage to get really hurt right there. And what he's doing is also pressing the C key, corrupting people, doing extra damage. He can increase how much damage he's doing by 25, and he's already doing a lot. These Tempests as well, doing as much damage as Blackout. Oh, and there's a swing and a miss Vortex. Swing and a miss Vortex on, trading the EMPs too, that's super cute. Trading EMPs as well. Rambles, going on back, waiting for the nuke. He has it. It just has to be, waiting on that cooldown. Cosmos, coming on in. He has 20,000 life, and he's also just defending these Tempests to the best of his ability, reaching his little arms out as much as possible, reaching out and touching like anybody at 5 range. And that's where he's trying to retreat as much as possible as well. They got the missiles coming in, Tempest shooting them out. The PDDs working as hard as they possibly can, but they're running out of energy the further and further they shoot. And we got a Blackout on Ghetto, on the Raven as well. We got Cosmos pushing on up. This is his time to shine. He has no more energy, but he has to choose his target. He's going to go for Rambles. Rambles going for the, doesn't have any like defensive matrix, and the nuke is still on cooldown. The Ravens not necessarily shielding all too much, and even if they do, they might not be able to sustain as much damage as the Cosmos can do. Rambles with 1,000 life. Will he make it back to base? The nuke is still not quite operational. We got Cosmos taking as much damage as possible. He's not going to commit entirely because he doesn't want to die right now because he has 6,000 life. Ghetto pushing up, using the afterburners to shoot a little bit faster, but also not necessarily, die right there. And the Tempests are pushing up slowly to put a cap on the farming. Rambles making it back with 1,000 life. He doesn't even have defensive matrix, and the Ravens, they upgraded. Okay, he did not. Okay, Sloth did upgrade shield transfer to 340 per second, while Ace didn't. He has every ability in the book, but he didn't go for things like shield transfer. So although he still can, and by the way, it's a nice little vortex up there, while he still can transfer energy, he's not transfer shields. He's not transferring as much as the other guy is. But they both have defensive matrix. Defensive matrix, just doing as much as possible. And that Tempest stayed around for a lot longer because of it. Because of the PDD up there. PDD, everything the light touches in this tiny little box is safe for a little bit. Jesse James, back from the dead, back from his little nap. No longer AFK. Single and back, ready to mingle. He is going to add a lot of damage to this area right now. And Cosmos wiggling back and forth, doing a little rocking back and forth, trying to take whatever he possibly can. He has 20 armor upgrades, so he's blocking 46. Jesse James taking quite a bunch of damage in the Blackout. Blackout does hit Stalked Man, but will Cosmos keep on committing to the attack? Again, we're going to keep our eye on Jesse James. Cosmos pushing as much as possible, and there is shield transfer, but every time that you transfer shields to somebody else, you lose it from yourself. And Ace is taking quite a bunch of damage. Ghetto trying to push it up as much as possible. Cosmos only having 5,000 life, but that's still 5,000 life, a lot more than some people. We have to remember that Cosmos has a total of 20,000, so even at the 1/4 mark, where he starts being in the red, his 1/4 mark is like 5,000 life, where everybody else is maybe 1,000. And these Tempests, again, well placed right behind, pushing up as much as possible. Seeker going in, Cosmos coming on out of his cage. He's going to be just fine. He's got the PDD right there, and PDD will block everything. And PDD will block whatever you need. Jesse James, you're going to need to, get on out of there, though. His, because he was napping for so long, he is, a little bit left. And he's also left the game His ship is now just being moved by the team over here back to base. Sloth going a little bit too close to the fire right there. These Tempests still a threat. They're slow. They're only ever at 1.35 speed, but they're kind of an imminent threat when you have to face them. If you can go around them, great. But you might not be able to. Cosmos, so much health, so much tankiness, so many abilities. And the name of the game is to get larger. Get even more fed. And now the Siege Tempests are joined by the House Tempests. Again, no comparison in damage, but there's just more of them. There's just more. And Ghetto's trying to skirt around the side, so he's avoiding it. The Ravens didn't get the memo. They're just going to keep on going through. Blackout on Ghetto right there. And the PDDs are just blocking so many shots. These Tempests are staying alive. Beautiful plasma surge right there to keep his Tempest, give him a little more health. We got the Leviathan pushing up against Ghetto. Ghetto having to use his afterburners, trying to retreat, and the rest of the red team wasn't close to the area, and Ghetto was taken out. Will there be some type of like retribution right now? We have just Rambles. His nuke's just about to come back online. We got Sloth trying to defend him, saying, okay, I'm ready for you whenever you are, but, you know, he can't quite push by himself. Interceptors going in. Tempests staying alive, doing as much damage, shooting from an awkward angle, but, you know, they're still alive right there. Rambles pushing up. I think Rambles is gone, so I think Ghetto might have taken his ship. Zombification right there. And now it's a 4 versus 3, and the 3 are retreating in unison. Let's see how much. Check out the money. We got 11, 26, 195, and 29. 29 because Cosmos can upgrade. And the money's switched back. We have 3,800 to 41. So the red side has more people in there. You have less money divided amongst the people. EMP divided right in front of his face. Cosmos pressing the F key to do as much damage as possible. Secret missile going in. He's shooting his GAC all over the Raven, and PDDs are blocking whatever shots they can, but the PDDs can block every shot that they do. Nuke hitting Cosmos. Vortex hitting the black, hitting I was gonna say the BC, hitting Ghetto right there, and the Levy's staying in the blackout area of the Vortex, and he actually is in great position because he's just taking a bunch of damage. He's not moving necessarily, and will this be enough? His momentum was killed right there. Ramble's pushing up. We really need some PDD to try to protect everybody. Jesse James doing some damage. He has just defensive matrix just to defend himself. And Cosmos in the red. Will they be able to push him out? They have 5,000 life. Will they be able to commit right now to take him out as much as possible? Rambles, 18 missiles. Missile upgrades doing much damage right there. We have PDD blocking some shots. Only again the Bioswarm, not necessarily the tentacles. Ace try to push up, try to use whatever abilities he has. Doesn't have any energy left. He has 600 energy potential, and it's all used on every ability in the book to try to keep his friends alive. And Cosmos is still pushing up. And the red side has to retreat. They are finally at least away from the Levy's 5 range. That's the danger zone. He has 1.81 speed, 1.92 on the battlecruiser right there, 1.82, 1.91, and 2.02. But it's all about angles. Just because you're a little bit faster doesn't mean that you'll be in the right position to always escape from them. The differential's not very high that they're always going to be able to do that. Jesse James taking a bunch of damage. Cosmos, he used his corruption. He's in frenzy. He's doing quite a bunch of damage. The PDD. Oh, the nuke is going to come in. Nuke is going to hit him, but it also splash damage on Rambles. Rambles is running away. Jesse James trying to push up. Cosmos running away with his and using rapid regeneration. 4105 over 9 seconds. He upgraded his rapid regeneration quite a bunch. I think that might be the 400 ability, because it kind of goes like 50, 100, 200, 400. And it was worth it because it then will do 4162 over 9 seconds. of regen. And the entirety of the red side is healing up. Now they're coming on out. And PDDs are in position. They are going to defend. The Tempest house are going down. Surges are doing as much damage as possible, but the defensive matrix can overpower them. Defensive matrix surrounded the target with a shield that reduces most hits to the minimum damage. Shield is not perfect, and some hits will leak, dealing full damage. Lasting for 5 seconds. PDDs staying alive. I think he may have even upgraded like the base ability so they stay alive for longer. 45 seconds of life in total. Jesse James pushing on up. Secret. Let's see. We got Suge runs another 34 upgraded 820 damage at 19 range. Cosmos 22,500 life. PDDs with plenty of time. Blackout on 3 of the 4 ships that are left. Cosmos jumping in, seizing the opportunity. Will he be able to take out Ace? There's nobody who can defend it right now, and the missiles are not necessarily good. Ace is taken out by Cosmos. Cosmos is going to keep on going. There's a nuke that was against Stalked Mad. Stalked Mad, the Raven. Jesse James is also taken out by Cosmos. Cosmos pushing up. He's going to just be at almost full health, and there's a beautiful vortex. And Sloth is staying around. I think he's just going to try to maybe go back into the vortex, and he does. With a last-ditch attempt, does blackout on the on Stockman, but this is basically going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Press like, press subscribe. We're doing StarCraft Star Battle all the time. Send your replays to MaffumanCasting to watch your games be played.